Hi everyone and welcome to the All Things ITSM Global Podcast. We're coming to you from BMC Engage in Las Vegas. I'm Kirsty McGowan and I'm here with Charlie Betts.
Kirsty.
Carlos Casanova.
Hello, Kirsty.
And now we're speaking with Gary Pruden from Fusion Business Solutions. Hi
Hi,
Gary.
Kirsty.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Hello, Gary. So, Gary, thanks for coming on. And I know you're doing a lot in the sort of the customer experience kind of space and whatnot, and internally and stuff. So, we as individuals, in today's society, we're expecting a lot of self-service, a lot of capabilities to just be there when we want to use them. Organizations, I've seen, they seem to struggle with some of that internally. So, are you seeing that? And what do you see with your clients and organizations, how they're trying to roll out this experience that we have externally within their organizations?
So it's interesting. I mean, I think the first thing to say is that the benchmark for most people is being set not by IT. It's being set by the Googles, the Skypes. It's being set by organizations who are bringing consumer-based applications to the market, which are very intuitive, great to use, provide real functionality which people love, and really make a difference to their life. And then you go to IT, and we have corporate applications which are a little bit
clunky.
Yeah, that's it. That word comes up a lot. Clunky. So we have these clunky applications, and really and truly, they're struggling. And IT obviously is under pressure for budget, so they're trying to push things to self-service. But when you look at what I would call the first and second generation self-service, they're clunky. Very clunky.
Yes.
No one wants to use
It's a different clunky, right?
It's very clunky. Now, what I see happening is third generation self-service coming out. And my IT, I think, is absolutely in that space. It is intuitive. It's good to look at. It provides real functionality. I think the challenge for IT departments is to get it out there and to get people adopting it, because they've got to move to the mobile device. And often the organizations need to look at their strategy with bring your own device and bringing in the mobile devices into the IT world so that they can start giving their end users that great experience.
Yeah, because these new people hitting the workforce now, when they want something from their IT department when they go to work, they don't expect to fill out a form. No. They expect to go to their phone or their tablet and push a button and say, provision me this, and then they expect to get it within a few minutes.
That's
It's supposed to be there.
Yeah, and you look at it. I mean, whether it's your Samsung or Apple, you have a sort of an app store and you just go there and you do it and you get that application down. And guess what? In my IT Unified Catalog, we're starting to see the power of that. But this is really totally new, because organisations haven't had to put that sort of that structure together before. So this is not only causing them to think about, okay, what do we do with a mobile device, but it's also who looks after the catalogue, and which catalogue do they look after, and where do we get the catalogue from, and how's it structured. So this is beginning to also challenge the organisation, in that the organisation also has to change. So we've got a lot of different moving parts here, which IT are having to deal with. But if they can do it, the benefits are enormous. Yes. So we're dealing with some of the universities. And the universities are actually looking at fundamentally changing their end users, i.e. the students' experience. And the benefits for the university are quite marked, in that if the students like the experience, then all of a sudden students want to come to that university, and that means more revenue, that means they can charge greater fees, etc., etc. And also it helps with the internal things. So another great use case, we were talking to one university, and they have people going round the halls of residence and such like, actually looking for building hazards. Health and safety. Now today those guys go out, they go around and they find things, they note them down on a pad, and then they get back to the office and then someone talks to them. Sometimes they log it, sometimes they don't. Great mobile application, you're there, you see it, you log it. And actually now they've got students reporting it.
Yeah, so I was going to say it doesn't need to be a special person going around and doing that.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
You've got your whole community there who can report that sort of stuff.
So the health and safety side of it, suddenly...
as long as you make it easy to report, that they've just got to push a button.
That's right.
You know, I think the key word you were using was experience. And I can't remember where I saw it, but we were discussing, a couple of us were discussing some time back the intersection of IT service management and user experience, or what's being called UX. UX design. I think that's really what is enabling a lot of this, is this very specific attention to what is the user's moment of truth. And of course, that's been a conversation in IT service management for a long time. I mean, that's always been one of the ideals of IT service management. What is that moment of truth experience? But when you start to look at mobile devices and, you know, digital experiences, I think, you know, we're just beginning to start to really see, like, as you said, the third generation benefits. So it's, you know, no, you're not logging into a big screen with 5 tabs, and on every tab there are 20 fields to fill out. You know, no, it doesn't fit on a mobile device. So you have to think about what the value is that they want.
Yeah, and you've got to provide what they want to do. So that example of them reporting that there's I don't know, a fire door which is blocked, or
if they can take a photo and push a button.
Exactly that. And that's a good point. You've actually got the evidence there of the problem. So, you know, again, this makes it a much richer experience, a much easier experience for everyone to deal with. And I think the other thing is, you know, the universities, I think, are particularly challenged. Because, oh my God, the 18 to 22-year-old group, I mean, my daughter, right, on the phone, she orders more clothes with her phone than I do in total anywhere, I think. So, you know, she is on the phone, and that's very different. The age groups here are growing up differently. And the phone is really their device of choice.
You know, it's funny, you were talking about that, you know, application in a university, you know, deficiencies, you know, some kind of hazards or whatnot, and it made me think of Waze. You know, so I use Waze now more than regular apps. You're driving down the road.
Traffic app.
The traffic app. And why? Oh, there's a pothole, and it's, you know, 4 buttons, and, you know, it's heavy traffic, stopped traffic. You know, I'm not going anywhere. Traffic kind of thing. And it's quick, and you validate it. Oh, thank you, 20 people have accepted. So you do your, you know, your quality control on, it's really not that broken. You know, do I need to send out a technician? And again, you know, as you mentioned, and Kirsty mentioned, you don't have to send out that person that's working full-time walking campuses. If it's a small campus, maybe not a big deal, but some of these campuses are cities.
Oh, they're huge. They're huge. You know, so some of the universities that we're dealing with, they have upwards of 25,000 students. So they're a small town. I mean,
but they're bigger than the town I grew up in. by 2.5. So,
but for that sort of thing, you save paying for an FTE by, you know, using your students and perhaps even gamifying it a little bit. You know,
it's faster as well. You know, you spot the problems quicker because there's more people around. And, you know, I think IT. There are ways where you can fundamentally change the way you're actually delivering your services and the interaction. So another thing which we're starting to talk to IT organisations about is this whole thing about collaboration. So the idea that we have the end users who are using smart IT on their mobiles, and they can actually talk to the service desk and the IT staff in a very different way, which again provides a richer experience for the end user. But also it brings the support people much closer to the end user.
Because the new end user expects instant gratification. They expect real-time help. They don't expect to push a button and wait half an hour, get given a call number, and someone will contact you. That's not what they're after. They want to see a live chat. They want to get someone saying, we've got it.
And sometimes, you know, just a very brief exchange via a chat mechanism to the right person can actually save a phone call, a whole incident.
And that's money.
Exactly.
That's money.
That's right.
The call is money.
Time's money. So.
For both ends.
Well, Gary, it's been a great pleasure chatting to you this morning. It's been a really interesting conversation.
Thanks, Kirsty. It's been good.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks.
Thanks.